February 24. District 9, courtroom number 9. Number 9. The court will now reconvene. Yes. For the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. Time to get serious again. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. He's like drinking too hard, dude. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. No, you can't. You can't hear the wind calling out your name. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth describing that way before. Oh, by the way, yeah, I also played Grandia 2. I remembered that. It was a good game too. In the past like few months. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. Were you in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place? Is this correct? Oh, and if you want to like watch every thing I played here, you can totally, you know, snoop out my good old YouTube, because I have all the playlists there of previously played games here on Twitch. According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert's sand. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we got on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Super good English. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Can we have a minute? Maybe. And the, you know, court closet? 7 minutes in court closet heaven? What happened? My job was to keep a wary eye on the... Let's go. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tapes. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, It feel like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. What does that mean? But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets the rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshal, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. Who does this guy avoid being fired? How does he avoid getting fired? Yeah, this is what I want to know. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a goldmine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. Hey, Checker, nice to see you around. Hope you're doing well. Every time you come in here, I have the feeling like you had a rough day. I don't know why, but hopefully I can make your, like, evening a little bit better. I don't know why, like, the past few days I had this... Oh my god, he had a rough day. For no reason. But I hope it's not true. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. It's quite incredible. Hello. The sensors on the locker handle cannot be seen, as well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Oh, now that he mentioned it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? He was like not there. What were you doing in the place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunch can beat the Parlor's one goal sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, Did you not want to race this year? Let's hold on. Let's press everything out of ammo, Officer Marshal. That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. To steal horses is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans doesn't have orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your supervisor don't. Or I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'll bet keep my cool. Before you did though, I'd better up the ante. He not said that he was like not there like in weeks. He didn't like was in this room for weeks. So let's get the armor here. Let's do this now. Yeah. Officer Marshal, doesn't it strike you as odd that is you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime, and yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Stop drinking on court, my friend. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Huh, listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respect, that's it, make my rounds. About once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. No. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a hat on his shoulders. Head and shoulders? What? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall, about the blood-stained fingerprints. Oh yeah, oh my god. Oh ja, I can see that, ja. So, kurz auf Deutsch. Ihr macht sozusagen Schichten dann? Wegen Corona oder was? But yeah, I had this feeling. You talked about this a little bit, so yeah. Oh my god, dude. Like, get some hugs! Get some hugs today and kisses. Not for me though. But yeah, get a hug from me, dude. Whoa, this is hard. Like, Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. What? What? Yeah, I had my cousin did that too in his work. The like 2 teams things, yeah. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. How did you know? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or hey Draco, or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it. The murderer had gloves. Which murderer? What? The witness explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Partner! The defense may now cross-examine the witness. The witness. This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Bloodstained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up to the reports. On the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene. Thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something Something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Hey, happy fantastic MK, who's have no pyramid. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. We're still in this game for some reason, because this case is like too freaking hard. Like, what's going on with this case? What's going on with this case? Like, we have murder and crime scenes a lot, but only one victim and only one truth. But I can't get behind it because I'm stupid. Let's go. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward for me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Let's see which place it was. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It's just so happened. It just so happened. But he's like, why does he still have a locker? Like, he's not a detective anymore, so his locker is like 2 years old, right? And no one touched this. Let's see my evidence for this, because I have the feeling. Oh, let's check this, by the way. Didn't check it. Closed. Prepared to Joe Jark. Crime serials. Death. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, and Neil Marshall. Ooh, there is Daddy Kun, or Brother Kun maybe. Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles. Witnesses, okay. Executes investigation. Okay, head investigators. But this is not it. Maybe I use the map? No. Get penalized, bitch! Do we know which hand the bloodstain is on? No. But I guess it's the left hand. Okay, maybe it's very specific. I will not save again because I just saved before that, I guess. No, this is a right hand. This is a right hand fingerprint. Maybe. No, this is a left hand fingerprint, like the thumb. The thumb is on the right side here. Okay, this is. So what do I? What is he wanting from me? What's going on? I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Okay. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happened to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now. No, now though it's a heap of broken dreams. I see. It would be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. It is a gaming TV show, by the way. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Updated. Own locker. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. Buzzards? Buzzards in German? There is only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. Ooh, this isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider careful where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in the video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, the video in the is the only direct evidence you have. Is that so? But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Places we can't see. The camera's panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Yeah, the handprint on the locker was only visible after I sprayed it. Yeah, I don't know. This is odd for me too. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so. I will save again. And I will say yes. Show evidence. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminal. Fast forward this. There's another handprint on the freaking badger. Oh, this is pause. Let's rewind this. Yeah, dance with the devil, dance with him, dance with the devil, go! Yeah, grab it again. Oh, he's charging his attack. He's charging his attack, chat. Oh, Officer Meekins is going out. All in, baby. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we have to, you know. Oh, I can like do this, huh? Like picture for picture, huh? Cool. Oh, here it comes again. Charging his attack, guys. Ah! Okay. Enough fooling around. We have to, like, solve this case now. Bringing your attention back to the security camera. No, it's not the knife. It's like the locker was not like stuffed before, and then he stuffed something in the locker. We found it. It's all because of Officer Meekins, and he, like, in his Kamehameha fighting style, he solved this case. It's a mistake, I'm afraid. You'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are shortened, Texas, and so are your tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. Fuck your shit. You can clearly be seen in this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh, the blue badger is so cute. Look at him. And there's a dead Meekins. Oops. He dead now. Look at the blue badger. Grinning and all that. Pet jamming. Oh, the white cloth is gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. It's Officer Meekins and he's not dead. I said Officer Meekins and he is clearly dead to me. That's more, he opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Hold your horses, sorry partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I am the one who opened it. Oh, it means exactly that. The murderer needs to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Oh, he doesn't know the freaking, like, fingerprint thing? He's stupid. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Because you're stupid. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker? No, prove it. Are you stupid? Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detective they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Yeah, you get like a shock. In any case, the logs aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that doesn't know about the fingerprint logs. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. Oh! Good word. Good word. Good. I like that word. Good word. Order! Order! Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole! Please answer the question. He's actually a... yeah, he doesn't know technology. This is... yes. Yes. What is he now? A bullfighter? That's alright. That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. Can? Have a look. Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. I don't have an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion... well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? There? Oh, there, sorry, the victim. Turns into this. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you! It was you! Dressed up like Detective Goodman! But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd known for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When he entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yeah? And how did Detective Goodman respond? He supposedly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Because there is a photo on it. Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? He's like, ah, damn it! You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it? You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I'm dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see my complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can't see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. You couldn't take the desert heat. I have to write this down too. God damn it! This is so good. Couldn't take the desert heat. Okay, good. This can't be happening. It's so obvious. He's the one. What can I do? I can't stand the desert heat. Thank you. I can't even stand the desert's heat. Yummy. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Beat him, torture him. basic like courtroom behavior. Just torture him. Fuck it. It is basic. Like, he will tell the truth, you know. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Oh, Melons, you're back. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open this locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. Maybe we should just say code. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Let's see the video again. Oh my god. Like, can we do it in one go with this video, maybe? After considering the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had opened his locker. I can't, like, I can't even save. Bibbly bobbly boobly bar. Bibbly bobbly. No, there's Meekins. Yay, Meekins. Meet Meekins. He's dead now. It's rewind time. There we are. It's this, because it was bloody all of a sudden, and he didn't prepare for that. Beep. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room. Thought, I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a niffy on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner.